It's your host, Jackie Chism, back again with an episode of the Chism Sports Groove, CSG for y'all who don't know. There's a lot to get into today, guys. Let's go. What's up, guys? Back again with another segment of the Titans Time. Let's get it.
Henry breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Titans! Touchdown, Titans! He is the baddest man in the NFL!
Starting this game, we had no Julio Jones, no A.J. Brown, and it showed. It definitely showed. The offense was one word only: inconsistent. Derek got a bunch of yards on a bunch of carries, but can we really keep that up? Our defense played like our defense normally does. Inconsistent. 1 minute we were like stopping him, and the next minute you put Christian Fulton in the slot, and now he sucks. Like, what do you expect to happen? Oh. Tannehill had an okay game, 30 for 49, just short of 300 yards, one touchdown. You expect a lot more, but the Titans just could not get anything going consistently. We had 7 sacks, and 2 of them came on third down in the red zone. There's a recipe for disaster. You cannot win when you have 2 red zone trips and you come out with 3 because you take a sack on third down. I don't know. Our offensive line, Ben Jones, Roger Saffold, Taylor Lewan all went down at some point during that game. Quisenberry as well went down for a little minute. So we are having some issues with the health of our offensive line. And you would imagine that it affects Derek, but nothing really affects Derek. It does affect, though, a chemistry and my consistency. Giving up again 7 sacks to the Jets. I'm almost embarrassed to say we lost to the Jets yesterday. You can't lose to the Jets. No matter what. Phil Sims, right before the game, decides that, hey, the Titans are going to be the ones that score the most points this weekend. If you're betting, that's the guys to go for. And they could not consistently fucking pour water in a cup. It was disgusting. It was disgusting to see. I have a loss for words. I really didn't even want to do this segment today because of how bad they played. I mean, any given Sunday, Corey Davis had a good game. Zach Wilson had a good second half. And again, any given Sunday, anybody can win. But that was not the case this time. It looked like somebody just did not show up. If we played with 10 men each time, we probably would have had the same outcome. It just was that inconsistent. I don't know what to say. Whew. Final notes. My final opinion is hopefully we move on to next week. You just take one down and go to the next one. Like we lost really bad to Arizona. Now it's time to turn the corner, go back around and do what we did again to beat Seattle. We definitely don't need to come out here and be flat. And honestly, I think we might either have the Jaguars or the Bills next week. And we better hope it's the Jags. Or if it's the Bills, they looked really, really good yesterday, but they looked really good against a really, really bad Texas team. So hopefully, it looked like it. Hopefully we stay away from the trap games because that's what Tennessee is all about. Like we play down to whoever we're playing, we play up to whoever we're playing. And when you see a game that you're playing down to, like you can't turn it on and off. The inconsistencies of your game will come out. Now, McNichols had a good game, but it's McNichols. I like saying McNichols though. Hopefully we just come out, we go back this week. We get a healthy A.J. Brown, we get a healthy Julio Jones, we get our offensive line a little more healthier going forward. But it's our real issue is not the players, it's not how they played, it's not the heart they put in, it's the coaching. It's the coaching. I'm watching the game and it's just stupid shit. Stupid shit. On 3rd and 3, why would you have 10 yards off coverage? On 3rd and 3. What are they gonna do? They're gonna run 3 yards and fucking turn around and catch the ball. Why? Christian Fulton locked everything down the entire first half. What did they do? Hey, let's put him in a slot. Roll from there. And put Breon Borders on the outside. I mean, I'm really not understanding what the whole logic behind it. But I do know Elijah Molden has been struggling a little bit, and he is a rookie 3rd round pick. But shit, bro, like you don't just move a man like out of a position where he's productive. Like that has to be coaching. That has to be a coaching issue. 3rd downs, like it just showed that we were out coached that game. And to think that a rookie coaching staff can out coach Brable, and at this point, like you got to go back and you got to really decide, like, hey Brable, like you gotta get your shit together. Like you can't have coaches out here calling 7-step drops and 7-step drops on 3rd down in the fucking red zone when you got Derrick Henry on your team, and you turn around, they blitzing 6 and you got 5 people in. Like, yeah, there's gonna be an unblocked rusher every fucking time. But come on, guys. Like, you couldn't make no adjustments. You seen what they wanted to do in the first half. You made absolutely no adjustments. The offense made no adjustments. The defense made no adjustments. Coaching. Like, I feel like this is a Super Bowl caliber team, roster-wise. We could miss the playoffs based on just our coaching alone. Tighten up. And now, it's time for Vegas, baby. Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Yep, Vegas, baby, where we dissect the good, the bad, and the ugly in sports this week. Let's start off with the good. Give me. And tell me something good. You know you can always. First one on the list, definitely got Washington. Over Atlanta. I think that's a really good win for Washington and Tyler Heineke. He definitely had they were down late in that game, and he still was able to rally and bring them back and get a dub. There's no such thing as a close win in the NFL. There's only a win. I feel like the next one's gonna be definitely the Browns. The Browns definitely had a good win against the Vikings. The Vikings record does not display the actual team that they've actually been that they put on the field every week. They have been a really good team. They've been in close games every week. Their defense is really good. Dalvin Cook is unstoppable, and you got those wide receivers that are just running up and down the field. Yet the Browns still came in. They did what they needed to do, and they came out with, again, a W. There's no such thing as a close win in sports. In professional sports, there's a close win when it comes to you playing outside in the backyard, but there's no such thing as a close win when you play in professional sports. My check only goes if you win or if you lose. Definitely a good win for the Bears this weekend. Bear down. I know you were playing the Lions, but the Lions have been playing, again, the Lions have been another team that's been playing really, really good all year. They've been right there in the game, and the fact that David Montgomery and Justin Fields were able to pull one out with their offense scoring 24 points after last week, they gave up 47 points. They only got 47 yards last week. They had 47 yards. That is terrible. They come back with 24 points. Damn near half of that in points this week. That's definitely the Bears is on a good list for me. Oh, man. I got to talk about the bad. The bad is not that bad, but you know, you can see the trends. I had to put the Dolphins losing 27-7 to the Colts. The Colts have played like absolute garbage in spurts this year. They played okay. They've got a good coach. They got a decent coach. They got a good offense. They got some weapons there on defense, and especially on that defensive line. But they have not played like a good team this year. And for the Dolphins, who were supposed to be, in their division, like at the top of their division, but with the Bills and competing with the Bills to go to for a playoff spot, they get blowed. Tua being hurt does hurt them a lot, but I don't feel like the coaching staff was really on Tua's back to begin with. So, you can take it how you leave it. But I definitely got to put a bad win for the Rams. Everybody probably betted for the Rams to beat the Cardinals this weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't bet this weekend, so I didn't get to put my bet in for the Cards because I knew that offense was going up and down the field. That the Rams' offense and defense was did get exposed a little bit for being not as high-powered as you would want them to be, especially being if you come in crossing a team like Cardinals who have a plethora of weapons that can spread it, and Kyler Murray, who is probably the runner-up hands-on MVP at this moment of the season. Yeah, Matthew Stafford is a million times upgrade over Jared Goff, based on what the coaching staff and that offensive scheme they want to do down there. Sean McVay. But you're still, your fast big play weapons are Deshaun Jackson, which he's still a little bit, he's on the older side definitely nowadays, and Tutu Atwell, which you don't really use that much. Cooper Kupp is still a beast, but if you can put if you can cover him and Robert Woods, play deep, you got something going here. You can stop them offensively. They do have a lot of injuries on the running back position, so it was not a good win. It was not a good look for them this week. I definitely have to put the Rams in the bad column. For the second week in a row, we have to put the Steelers in the bad column. They did not look like your normal Steelers team. They get some pressure. They do still get pressure. They still play solid defense, even though they did see Aaron Rodgers this week, and that we know what he can do. That's a bad man, Stephen A. Smith. Steelers do not look like they're the winners of their division. They do not. They actually look like the worst team in their division. Hats off to everybody who saw that coming before the season started. I definitely seen how Big Ben is old. He's old, slow, and I don't know. Whatever Tom Brady ate, he did not eat. Whatever Tom Brady was doing, he did the opposite because he did not grow at all. He actually started aging, like you normally see from a quarterback. Like, I don't know if it's just because of Tom Brady's been out now that everybody just expect that you can play till you're 40. Like your knees and your back and your body does not give out at some point, especially if you play the style like Big Ben did, which you're being just where you got 4 or 5 guys drape on you trying to make a play, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 times a game. That's not like something you can just sustain. Like Tom Brady, yeah, he take a couple steps and throw it to the running back. Boom. I mean, shit, I could do that all day. They're paying enough, shit. Like, hey, hit me up, somebody. I'm open. But yeah, Najee Harris is looking good. Their receiving core just does not look good. Their defensive backs does not look good. They're not getting consistent pressure to compensate for all the flaws. Don't have a consistent running game or consistent dink and dunk passing game that they can use to cover up. I think that the Steelers are in the bad, and they definitely should remain there. We gotta talk about the ugly this week. There's a couple of uglies this week. The obvious one definitely is my Tennessee Titans. I mean, you cannot lose to the Jets no matter what you do. There's another reason why we should ever lose to the Jets. We almost lost the last time we played them in Tennessee, but a late touchdown that we got kind of settled it. Mariota had a great comeback on that one. But again, the Jets are 1-18. They have not been competitive. They ain't had nobody else to throw to but Corey Davis on offense. On defense, they got a decent O-line. They got some good linebackers, but that secondary could have been torched. We could not get open on anything. We're super predictable. We got outcoached by the Jets and a rookie coaching staff. That's terrible. That goes in the ugly. Congrats to the Giants getting their first win this weekend. But we're going to talk about the Saints. They believe to be in the ugly as well, because they suffer from the exact same issues that Tennessee Titans as well suffer from. It's consistency. Super inconsistency. I don't know what else to say, but a team that has Jameis Winston as your quarterback, yeah, there's gonna be some issues. But an overtime loss to the Giants when they looked like they couldn't beat a wet paper bag. Come on, guys. Like that their offense and their defense is exposed as well. You definitely don't like to see that going forward from the Giants, from the Saints. But again, kudos to the Giants for their big win this weekend. I didn't want to say I was going back and forth in my mind whether or not we should talk about the Bills putting up 40 on the Texans or the Texans not scoring nothing and getting 40 put up on them. Every game this weekend that you expect to be a blowout was not a blowout. All the Giants and the Jets actually won. The Jaguars were at a late field goal to lose at that game. The Lions lost 24-14. They were in it at one point. But then you get to the Texans. And they just get just bent over a knee, spanked all across their hiney. Just terrible. That's ugly. Davis Mills is not an NFL quarterback at this moment. I think he has NFL talent, but he is not an NFL quarterback, and that's on their doing. We're not even going to talk about the Deshaun Watson situation and how I feel and what I feel about this situation as well. But there's some inconsistencies that come from the top down with the McNair family, and it started with their offseason being able to sign only 2 people. They signed 2 people this offseason. There's going to be a lot more coming for them. And their ugly is not from their gameplay necessarily, but it's from their front office, the ownership, the coaching staff, everybody in that building needs to be put on notice. Owner started. Because anytime you say something as atrocious as like the inmates running the prison, you know what you're going to lose your fucking franchise quarterback, especially if he's black. Watch your mouth. I don't care how rich you are. Like, you talking to another millionaire, so they think they feelings matter too. All right, guys, that's it for Vegas, baby. All right, guys, this has been episode 1 of the Chism Sports Group. Next week we'll do it again, man. Holla.
Brought to you by the Chism Channel and TCC Productions.